Whoa.
What you put me on this time of morning? You're going to scare everybody.
I don't think they'll be sitting out there for me. I don't think so, though. Think you know, you've grown the old skinny beard bit, haven't you?
Yeah, it's part of the great plan.
We're giving the UK some bush tea right about now.
Oh,
right.
Oh yeah.
And all the nastiness, right?
The guts are bubbling. The guts.
Yeah.
The bubble.
Yeah, that guy's coming over to me. You're on your second coffee and like, oh my gosh, listen, girl, I haven't even had a coffee. The thing is, if it wasn't for my daughter, I sent her a long text last night. But if it wasn't for my daughter, I think I would have still been asleep. Because she had to go to school, so she came in to say, bye, Dad. And I was like, oh my God, if she's saying bye, yeah, if she's saying bye, that means that 8:15 is gone.
Morning, ladies. Morning. As you can see, my eyes are red. Juicy Julie, man. Morning, babes. Morning, Claire. Morning, Spice. Boy, we're the first 5 in this morning, man. Oh, my God. I was up last night. I don't think I was the only person up last night, eh? Lovers rock. Yeah. This is Lovers rock. This is lovers rock. Whoa, yeah. Can you believe it, man? Jano. Everybody was sending around messages all week. Don't forget, Lovers Rock is coming up, you got to watch it. You know. And it actually felt like this week it was like getting ready to go to a party. Do you know what I mean? To go and watch that thing. Everybody was getting ready to watch that thing. Everybody was getting ready. You think I don't? Jules, do you honestly think I don't know? I'll tell you, the reason why I started, about 2 minutes late or something like that today, yeah? Morning, Craig, yeah? Was because I am still getting messages about it. I don't know. Look at my eyes, them good. But I tell you, I was up late last night. Bless up, Carol. Up late last night. People just wouldn't shut up, man. Everybody was just going on about this thing. Morning, Wagwan family. Me never watch it. Yeah? Then you're going to be out of this conversation then. Didn't watch it as yet. Boy, Carol, man. I think, like last week, everybody was vexed, innit? Everyone was like, rah, rah, look how they're treating us. Rah, the police are this and the police are that. Rah. Boy, today, man, I ain't gonna say that people ain't vexed. Do you know what I mean? Can't say that they're vexed. I think people are more disappointed. Bye, baby. Have a good day. You don't need to wear that thing all the way like now on the street, You don't have to wait until you get into school. You don't have to breathe through that. That's plastic and all that you're breathing into your body. Oh my God. Had to mute the WhatsApp group. I'm telling you, I can imagine. Your phones must have been going bing, 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 bing. Every minute. Bing, 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 bing. Your phones must have been going off. I'm telling you, man. What Steve McQueen did last night, yeah, was he created a fertile piece of soil for comedy. That's what he did for me last night. Because now would have been a bit. If I had a comedy show this week, I would have been so looking forward to it. I'd been able to sit down, right out, just literally just vomit on the page, right? Skip through it and just find jokes all over the place. Yeah? Because the thing is that morning, Astrid, how you doing? Vexed this week too. How could you be vexed? Everybody's vexed this week. How could you be vexed? I don't think anybody's got a right to be vexed. Disappointed, yes. But vexed at what? Where are you going to be vexed at? Last week you weren't vexed. Last week he's mostly talking to your youth and going, yeah, man, you want to become a filmmaker, you know? Yes, you want to be like Steve McQueen. Yes, man. Yes. Yes, the next Steve McQueen, how you will be go on, after uni, you go become Steve McQueen. So what, this week you're gonna turn around and tell you say he can't be Steve McQueen? What you vexed for, man? Yeah. Shit, I'm vexed. I ain't vexed. I'm telling you, I ain't vexed. I ain't got nothing to be vexed about. Nothing to be vexed about. Silly games. I've been watching you for so long. It's a shame. But I tell you something, right? If we went to a party now, yeah, and you put on that tune, yeah, pure brick and stick and cuss and bad one, that's coming out of everybody's mouth. You know what I mean? Turn it off. Turn it off, man. They said turn it. Me no want to hear it. Me no want to hear it because so many memories got destroyed. So many memories. Nobody long out a tune like that. Nobody long out a tune like that. Yeah? Nah. Nobody longs out a tune like that. And believe it or not, I think that was I think there was quite a few tracks that they played that weren't even originals. And I'm like, why ain't you playing the original? And that's for Dennis Bogle. I love you, Dennis. Trust me, man. But when I heard your voice over everybody else's voice, man, Jesus Christ. It kind of told me, so when you was in the studio, you must have been tweaking your you know, you must have been on that thing there tweaking, on the desk, tweaking the way that you sound for real, you know, because we heard you for real, black. For real. And everyone's like, is that how you sound? Morning, Dennis. Morning. Coco, man, where you been? Where you been, Coco? Where you been? 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 Morning, Rudi. I didn't get the notification. I thought you were asleep. No, darling. Me awake. I'm awake. Astor, man, how you doing, bruv? Past the white horse. Shandy buckle, everything I fling. Dog. Me to get vexed in a demanding. Yeah, listen, man, don't get vexed, darling. Do not get vexed. There's no point. Be disappointed. Yeah. Shazzy, you kept me up last night, man. Shazzy was all over this thing last night. All over it. Nil point. Out of 10. Nil point. Out of 10. Nil point. She was just rinsing it out. I was like, oh my God. It wasn't even so much that she was rinsing it out. It's just that she had a point. She had a point. Yes, darling, you know, so we are talking. Look at her, hands over her eyes, you know. I started off well. It was a little bit confusing because you're like thinking, no. Wagwan. Throughout the whole thing, you was asking yourself, Wagwan. What's happening? Wagwan. And you're waiting for something to bite into, to sort of like say to yourself, you know what? Oh, this is what it's about. You know what I mean? I see my man them rolling up the carpet and everything, and I remember, yeah, man, roll up the carpet. They showed us the settee going out with the plastic on it. We went, yeah, man, that's right. They're going the right way. Then it's like when the man get the speaker box into the yard and they start to toast up and everything. I remember that kind of excitement. Nobody's there yet. You get me? You got the room to yourself. You can't toast because them times there we were toasting. Yeah, we weren't spitting, we weren't doing bars or nothing like that. Yeah, we was toasting. Azugo zeng. Aspraga. Big you in the house. Remember them there? I'm still staring at this. I think it was a good start though, Kofi. I know you're saying that they should change the name, right? But I figured that it was a good start. I really do. Because when I saw the settee going out, and I thought, yeah, I'll go answer. I remember the settee and everything had to go out because we had to roll up the carpet in. No, in fact, you know where you know what? That's where the cracks actually started to show, I think. I think that's where the cracks did start to show. Because unless you had money, you had carpet, right? If you had money, you had carpet. Back then, you know what I mean? Right? If you were still making your way, You had lino. Remember the lino? Yeah, where they had the little pins them used to stick up, and you never used to want to walk barefoot in the front room because, you know, the little pin them would juke in at the bottom of your foot. Yeah? So I guess the cracks started to show. The cracks started to show. Do you know what I mean? Because they showed the girl, them cooking up the ladies preparing the food and everything. And you think, yeah, man, that's right. You show them not singing in the kitchen. Yeah, man, that's right. Do you know what I mean? But then when them string up the sound, remember, she was meant to be 17. It was meant to be a birthday party, 17. Now, I don't know. I'm Guyanese, yeah? I'm not Jamaican, right? I'm Guyanese. And I see them light up the spliff in the front room like that. Nobody else is in the room, you know? Mommy and daddy, I walk around the place. And you light up spliff? Not in my house. Not in my house. Not them time there. That weren't happening. That I ain't saying that people weren't smoking weed back then, but I know when you're talking about sweet 16, sweet 17, from what me know, nobody was lighting spliff in the house. It was difficult enough at that time to walk in with a cigarette. Yeah, never mind light up a spliff in the front room, in somebody's front room, so you know. So anyway, the crack started to show. I mean, from the time we saw her coming down the drain pipe, I'm like, you know what? She's in the middle. She's in the middle of the house. No, she's in the middle of the house. Yeah, she's in the middle of the front of the house. Yeah, and she's picking up shoes. And I'm thinking, how you come down that drain pipe? Because you never say you come down that drain pipe. And from where you pick up, right, it looked like you was in the wrong place because the drain pipe was to the left and you in the middle. So we can't see how you come down. We can't see it. We can't see it. And then the cracks even started to show more. Yeah. I'm not going to disagree. Yeah. Grand Risings, Jackie. Grand Rising. Good morning, Keely. Where you been, man? I know, I've been getting a lot of your messages, bruv. Plenty of them. Exactly. Again. Even my mum's spliff. There you go. That's what I'm trying to say. Spliff never happened. Parents weren't that liberal-minded. Not back then. Not back then. No. Boy, lino. You remember the? Shut up about we had carpet. You had carpet and lino. Look at her, posh, you know. Carpet and lino. Nah, man. We had lino. That's why I remember once I used to do this thing about how if we, you know, when they had this show on TV where they would show people swapping houses. Do you know what I mean? And then they swap houses and then they would change up the person's yard. Yeah, and I wanted to go into a white person's yard and change up their yard. And the first thing I would have done was take up the carpet and be like, no. Carpet can't run. And I'll put some lino in them house. And then I'll put up a black Jesus on their wall. And I'll put some plastic on their chair. And I'll put doilies all over the place. There'll be doilies everywhere. I thought to myself, you know. So anyway, the party. Them tell me say it's a party, yeah? Sweet, she's meant to be 17, you know. So we watched the party, you know. And I noticing, said when they got to the door, they were paying money to get in. And I went, hold on a minute, is this a party? Because this is called Lovers Rock, you know. Is this a party or is this a blues? Because as I recall, as a youth growing up, when you were 16, 17, everybody received invitations to come to your party. You did not pay to get into somebody's 16th or 17th birthday party. I could have been wrong. We could have been wrong. Some of you lot could have been so broke, yeah, that you didn't even have lino on the floor. You couldn't even afford doilies, yeah. So you had to charge, right, picnic them who didn't have no money in the first place to come in your yard. Yeah, that was new to me. I'm sorry. So I listen to this thing now. I watch it. And then I'm like, hold on a minute. Hold on. This was a good start until Uno start open your mouth. Because me no know nobody who talk like that. I don't know nobody who was talking like they were talking. Right, I was a little bit confused because I know that we started to develop our own signatory in terms of the way that we would talk. You know what I mean? We never used to call money, we used to go, you have any shekels? Yeah, and we did used to draw some of our wording and stuff like that. But it was a little bit overdone. I thought, am I watching theatre or am I watching TV? Because when you do theatre, everything is exaggerated, right? Because you're trying to project to the back. Yeah, but when you do TV, everything is right there in your face. So you got to pull everything back. Yeah, you can't just throw it out, sir. You can't just throw it out, sir. You can't do it. You can't do it. Yeah, not on TV. You got to be, everything is back here, right? It's like, remember when I hadn't done a gig in a long time, and then I went and did a gig, and then I came back, and I think the next day, it might have been the Saturday, me and DJ Countryman was doing a show, and I was loud. Remember, I was loud, and I was animated, and I was all over, and I was out of my seat, and I was all over the place. It's because I was still projecting as though I was still on stage. So I thought, So there was no way that there was no way I thought we spoke like that. I honestly didn't think so. You know what I mean? I didn't. So I know that there's a lot of people who are vexed, you know what I mean? But I can't think you should be vexed. I think you should just be disappointed. You know what I mean? Last week, like I said, a lot of you lot was thinking, you know what I mean? Oh, my grandson, how you doing? Oh, my daughter, oh, you're going to be a chef? Yes, you're going to open a place like Mangrove. Yes, man. Yes, we had restaurant like that, you know, back in the day. I mean, we fix it up now, you know, we modernize it and everything. And I'm sure you're going to do it. You're going to be just as good. Yes, man, go set up your restaurant like Mangrove. So what, now people are going to turn around and tell you ain't going to be no filmmaker because, you know what I mean? I don't want you to end up like Steve McQueen. Yeah? I don't want you to end up like Steve McQueen. I don't want you to do it. You shouldn't be thinking that way. You shouldn't be thinking that way. Me could have run them joke. They are mad. Of course you could. Of course you could. They just listen, mate. They handed themselves to the comics as far as I'm concerned. They handed it. Rasta in Moss Pit, more like Moss Pit. I like that. Them Rasta man there. Where them find them from? Which Rasta you know does break dancing in the middle of the floor, so? Eh? Which Rasta man you know take off him top hard, show you him belly, and a juju. It's juju. They were Haitians in there, man. They were Haitians. They weren't even, and the worst thing is they weren't even praising the Lord Tarati. I was like, because I'm thinking to myself, I'm looking at that scene there with the Rasta man them, and I'm thinking, what's the purpose of this? What's the angle? I mean, is this a party, right? Are we getting ready for war? I'm thinking about the way that them lot was chanting. I'm thinking about there's no other sound there. So because there's no other sound there, they're not competing against another sound. Because that kind of madness can only happen if you're competing against another sound. Not the way they were dancing, by the way, because I watch Kung Fu fighting and I used to dance to Kung Fu fighting. Nobody danced to Kung Fu fighting like that. Everybody was Kung Fu fighting. Hit. I thought they was on Strictly Come Dancing, you know what I mean? Dancing in numbers. I'm not saying that tune would never have got played, right? I'm not saying it would have taken a man like Mystery to play that kind of tune. Drop it in there, yeah? Mystery would have dropped a tune like that on us, yeah? But so I'm not saying that tune can't be allowed, yeah? Because that was a tune of the time. That was a tune of the time. Yeah, Lovers Rock did not exist by itself. Come on, people. Come on. But the dancing was bad. What do you mean no one had any food? There was food, man. They took the food outside. Remember when they took the food outside? Yeah? Remember when they took the food outside? They actually took the food outside, and some of them were sitting on the set eating the food. Yeah, and the thing is, after the main character, right? I mean, I can't even remember her name. It was that bad, right? But you know who the main character was. We all know because she was the focal point of the whole thing, yeah. And like, when her and her matey was dancing to the kung fu fighting and everything like that, and then man starts try chirps them, try chat them up. You know what I mean? And it wasn't until my youth come in, yeah, and started, you know what I mean? I thought, oh, he's got on a decent shirt. Because that's how I remember we used to dress. Right? Because even I'm looking at the way that some of them would dress, and I'm thinking, when we went to a party, it's not like today where a man could turn up in a pair of jeans and a trainers, yeah? I remember that when we went to a party, man used to dress. I'm talking girls wore dresses and skirts. Man would have Farah slacks and all them kind of things. I mean, when they zoomed in, right, when they was actually dancing, right, you could see the Farah slacks and everything, yeah? They never show no shoes, no crocodile shoes. Me never seen no crocodile going da, 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 da. Me never seen a snakeskin belt. Yeah, me never seen a good beachy tops. Yeah. So when them girl them come out, and then my man tried to approach her, kind of like thing, and then he got this. I thought, oh, that's about right. Look like they're getting it right. Look like they might get it right. Look like they might get it right. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then I was like, the girls were dissing my girl because she was getting more attention. Now, ladies, I really can't say whether or not that did happen, yeah? You lot know how you lot used to carry on, yeah? So I have to leave that for you for critique. Me can't critique that. As far as I'm concerned, yeah, I'm just waiting for a tune, right? So as that I can go across the dance floor and get embarrassed by somebody and then walk that walk of shame to go back and go. Because you know what I mean? Yeah? Because when that party started, I'm sorry, man, but it looked like a shebeen. It never looked like no party to me. It never looked like no party to me. Not as I recall it as a youth growing up. You know? Please explain to me what it was, Jackie, because I can't see it. Oh, Rasta. Oh, Rasta Moss Pit more like. Like, have you ever seen have you ever watched pythons mating? That's what it looked like. Because it's a great big fight going on in the middle there, and all you can see is all the snakes while they're fertilizing the eggs and all them kind of thing there. I can only assume that's what she mean. And I don't think she mean it in a bad way. I don't think she means it in a bad way. You know what I mean? Spliff never happened. Parents weren't that liberal. That's true. That's true. Exactly. In your mom and dad's house. Big old hefty dread. Now spliff party done. Go yeah. That's what I'm saying. The party would have finished. That was what I was waiting for. Little things like that. Light up in other O's. Oh, you're mad? Oh, hey, oh. The light switch with a bus on, innit? The light switch with a bus. Yeah? Because I'm expecting the light switch to bust, and I'm expecting people to get kicked out who don't have an invitation. That's the kind of thing I was looking out for. I was ready to laugh. I was waiting for mum or dad to turn up at the front door to get my gal, yeah, who sneak out the house. That's what I was waiting for in her rollers and all them kind of thing. And everybody's looking out the window going, shame, guy. Shame to the back of your name, guy. You remember them saying that? Shame to the back of your name, guy. Shame to the back of your name. I mean, me never see none of that. Me never see none. It's them kind of thing that me I wait for. It's them kind. And the thing is, right, Steve McQueen actually said, this is what he actually said. It was based around him and his family's experience of parties back in the day. One of the reasons why I was up so late last night, whose name will remain anonymous, was telling me whether I want to admit it or not. I saw party used to run. And in my most diplomatic way, I was trying to say, my friend, no, I don't recall that. And so hence I started taking the piss out of the Midlands, because this brother comes from the Midlands, who was telling me that's how parties used to run. And I said, well, if that's how parties used to run in a Birmingham, or up in the Midlands, in Coventry, in Leicester, towards, you know what I mean, just scraping past Nottingham, yeah, then I stand corrected. I stand corrected. You know what I mean? I stand corrected. There was lots of little things. You're right. You know. Where was the special brew? Where was it? Where was the special brew? We never see not one kind of special brew, not one red stripe in other. Oh, it wasn't even red stripe. It was long life. Yeah. Me never see not one baby sham. I never see baby sham was running then. Yeah. And even then, as I recall, when we were youth there, we weren't even allowed. Was we allowed? They weren't really the hard drinks as such because that was in the other room, right? They didn't even show us the other room. You remember, the other, that's where that room where us lot belong now. You know, when you go to a house party, and when you go to that house party, there was normally like two rooms. Yeah, there was the young people in room and there was the old people in room. You know that room that you lot find yourself in now. I went to my nephews party, man, and I'm entertaining myself as I'm walking in. You get me? And I'm heading towards the young people room, and he's like, "Uncle, that's not your room, you know." I go, "What do you mean that's not my room?" He goes, "This is your room." When I look in the frigging room, I see frigging Zimmer frame. I see the Bible. I see people that sit down with Horlicks, and I went, "That ain't my room, you know. That ain't my room, rude boy." He goes, yeah. Your room, that. I get in there, uncle. Get in there. Your room, that, you know. But I'm watching a wee room. I'm like, "What do you mean? What do you mean? We're supposed to be in your room, man. We're supposed to be in your room." Oh my God. Ballets. Oh, you remember the ballets? Oh my God. Who remembers Edgware Road? I eat that shit up. Edgware Road. Frith, I knew Frith would be in the room this morning because them not know, man. An insult to the history and legacy of Lovers Rock and the culture. Total crap. Total crap. Absolute shite. I'm not going to agree with you. I'm not going to agree with you. I'm not. Because this is it. People are so hard to please. People are so hard to please, man. I mean, last week, Steve McQueen was the man. He was the man. This week, nobody want to be the brother. I'll tell you something, yeah? You got to work for 5 days a week, yeah? And out of them 5 days a week, when are you going to be at your most optimum? How long are you going to maintain that? How long are you going to maintain that? Yeah, you're going to have a bad day. You're going to have a bad day. Yeah? Nobody's perfect. And I'm going to, this is my thing. Steve McQueen put his name all over the credits. Writer, producer, director, blah, 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 blah. So every criticism that he gets, he deserves. Every single piece of criticism he gets, he deserves. Right? If you're going to wash him out over the whole thing like that, yeah, and we're going to give you all the credit that we gave you last week, then you have to take what's going to come with it. Yeah? It wasn't the most, it was not the most correct portrayal. I'm going to admit that. I can't say no. It wasn't. But it was the beginning. This is the beginning of something. Right? It's the beginning of something. It should be telling us that there are so many stories to be told because we all went there and we all had that experience. Yeah. But if there's 30 people in a room, yeah, that means there's 30 different perspectives on that evening. This just so happens to be Steve McQueen's, right? Because there were certain things that you do have to question. Where was the storyline, my friend? Where was it? It was quite confusing. It was hard to follow. Yeah. If that was going to be just about them not playing music and dancing, I'm sorry, I'm done. I'm not interested. I really ain't interested. Yeah. I love the music. Don't get me wrong. I was actually thinking about playing some tracks underneath this, right? But I knew that YouTube would jump all over it. Do you know what I mean? And just cut it off. Well, that was quite tough. Yeah, them people wasn't Jamaican. Neither were we, my friend. We were British. That's why it's called Lovers Rock. Yeah, Dennis Brown come in, jumped on it. Sugar Minor came in, jumped on it. Quite a few of the Jamaican artists jumped on Lovers Rock. That's ours, I'm afraid. It's not Jamaican. It's British. Not Jamaican. Got nothing to do with it. Right? This is a combination of all the West Indian islands who are islands whose kids were born here, who grew up here, and we've got quite a few Lovers Rock artists who are actually in the room tonight, right? Who was talking about our experiences. They weren't writing about Jamaica. They was writing about falling in love, falling out of love, all of them things there that was happening through your teenage life. You've got nothing to do with Jamaica. Gabichi. I may say, Gabichi Tops came out in the 80s. That's cool. That's cool. Because that's how pedantic we're going to be about it. That's how pedantic we're going to be about it. And rightfully so. And rightfully so, because we lived the experience. We lived it. So because we lived it, our expectations are going to be high in terms of what we expect him to deliver. Yeah, and he didn't meet the mark. And I think that's all we have to say about it, is that unfortunately, it was a good attempt, yeah, but it didn't meet the mark. Because we should not accept mediocrity. It's not enough for us to say, because we're on TV, we are happy. And that's why I actually applaud everybody for actually coming out and actually saying that, right? There would have been a time when we would have been saying, nah, man, at least we're on TV, man. At least no, we're better than that. Steve McQueen is better than that. Steve knows he's better than that. If anything, Steve became very complacent. If anything, Steve started pandering to whoever wrote that thing off so that he can do it. I'm sorry, the lesbian scene, where did that come from? Where did it come from? Right? Where did it come from? I ain't saying that lesbians weren't around them time. I'm saying that's a different story altogether. You just flung it in. You just flung it in. Man and man got upset about the rape scene. Yeah? Yeah? Man and man got upset about the rape scene. How many girls went through that experience and never told the story? The writing was bad because there was no consequence to what he'd done. No consequence to what he'd done. It was just left open-ended and the guy still raving and jumping around like a jackass with all them Rasta man who do not behave like that. In my experience. So I could stand corrected, like I said, because I'm looking at it from how I saw it. Yeah? Other people had different experiences. So for me, if you're going to throw that in, then deal with it properly, bruv. Write it up properly. It's like the old party should have found out Wagwan and the brother should have ended up being ostracized. You know? To me, that's the equivalent of children within the household who are being molested by an uncle and people are sweeping it under the carpet. We're not sweep them thing there under the carpet no more. We bring it out in the open, the person get exposed, and that kind of nastiness gets cut out of the culture. That's where we are as adults who are now responsible for the future of our children and our children's children. Because the way we develop our attitudes is going to run down into our youth. So here was an opportunity for Steve to deal with something in a nice way, because it did happen back then. I never personally experienced it, but I'm sure it did. I'm sure it did. Because the way that they showed them lot dancing, yeah? The way they showed them lot dancing, they caught the mood. There was a point in that thing there where they literally caught the mood. The room shrunk. The room shrunk because all the couples started to link up, yeah? Cause me never know about the word clitoris them time there. And me never knew that's what we were rubbing against when we were dancing. I had no idea, right? Or the fact that women were actually enjoying the fact that a man had an erection. I didn't know. That was my embarrassment of the scene back then, was that when I got an erection, I never used to want a woman to feel my erection. Yeah? I've told you guys how I felt about dancing in public, because I know what physically I'm going through. Yeah, and when I used to stand up and watch, yeah, it's like you could tell how you could watch a person and you could actually work out what their lovemaking style was from the way that they dance. Because your body language says more than verbal when you verbally speak. Yeah, you could read more from somebody's body. It's only 7% in terms of communication. Communication is only 7% of what 7% of what you say is communication. The rest is emotion, body language, and a lot of other things that are going on. Yeah, because you know when somebody's lying, if you're just listening to the words, that means that they will fool you. Yeah, but if you're watching other things about them, they ain't gonna fool you because their body language will give them away. I learned the slow one from a Jamaican house party. Leave the place pregnant. That's what I'm trying to say. Because that was the beauty of Lovers Rock, was that you actually got close to a female, and emotions started to run. Because the dancing was what it was about. It wasn't even just about the dancing. It was about the getting ready. It was about the clothes. You get me? It was about receiving the invitation. You know, it was all that connection. It was all that. It was more about emotion, what you were feeling. Because the reason why we sing Silly Games so much, right, was because of how much it resonated with the emotions that we were having at the time. Because we were young. These were all new emotions to us. New. Let's just be honest and done the talk. No, we're not going to done the talk because you say done the talk. Steve McQueen is clearly an amazing director, but he missed the mark totally on this one. Still looking forward to the next one. That's the attitude I'm talking about. Because I still hold Steve McQueen in high esteem. I hold him in high esteem. There were so many people who came out last night and said, me could have directed it, me could have done this, and me could have done that. Let me tell you something. You couldn't have done fart. Yeah? You could have told a better story on paper. Yes, you could have told a better story on paper. All of us could have told a better story on paper. All of us could have told a better story on paper. But not all of us could have produced a film like that. Now, you'd have had a bloody good attempt. But may I tell you something? The amount of hoops that you need to jump through in order to create a film, if you never studied for it, trust me, it ain't going to come out. It ain't going to, with all your best intentions, it's not going to come out. Eddie Murphy, right, who off the back of his existence to a certain degree is how I got into comedy. Do you know how many films that man has done? All of them weren't a hit. So why are we expecting everything that Steve McQueen does to be a hit? Everything that he does to be a hit. It's not possible. It's not possible. It doesn't mean that we should allow him to get away with the fact that it missed the mark. No, we should tell him it missed the mark. That's good feedback. That is positive feedback. This is what I was up last night trying to explain. He had a bad night. I do 5 gigs a week. If I do 5 gigs a week, I'm going to have a bad night. No matter who I am, I'm going to have a bad night. You know what I mean? There's people who's going to be in the audience going to say, yeah, I could have done better than him. Yeah, he was rubbish. Get off the stage. Boo, boo, you don't know what you're doing. Boo, boo. Fine. So I had a bad night. You could have a bad night. We could all have a bad night. I think it's a series of 5 or 4. There's going to be a crock in there. It's just a shame that it was Lovers Rock. It's the one thing that unites us as black British youth. And this ain't me saying that. This is people who know. This is people who know. Yeah? This is people who know. I'm not talking about DJs who take a record and put on somebody else's talent. Yeah? And knows when is the right time to drop a tune. I'm talking about people who done that for us. Yeah? He was way off. Steve, it was an epic fail. Yeah, it was an epic fail. All right, is that if that's how you see it, fair enough. I didn't see it as an epic fail because there were things that he did get right in there. The settee was right in there. The getting ready was right in there. Yeah. The room, 1 minute full, next minute empty. That was right in there. Yeah. The food, them not cooking up the food, that was right in there. We was watching the Sainsbury's ad only the other day. And one of the first things that came up was, where's the onions, man? Yeah, man. Where's the thyme? I don't see no thyme. I saw thyme and I saw spring onions. I saw everything in the cooking pot. I saw it in there. You really a rant this morning, Rudi. I got you on mute, though. That's because you never watch it, man. You never watch it. You know what I mean? If you didn't watch it, because that's the mistake that I made last week with Small Laps, yeah? It wasn't even a mistake. It was just that I was working late and I thought to myself, let me catch it tomorrow. Yeah, but I knew that. I said to myself, I goes to my wifey, I goes, you know what? I'm going to put up this update, yeah? And then when I put up the update and I've done the promo, then I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch this from beginning to end because I'm sure people are going to have... Next thing I hear my phone go bing, 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 bing. The moment it finishes, I just bing, 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 bing. I could have been a consultant on that, you know. I could have been a consultant. All they had to do was come and see me. That's all they had to do. Yeah, he'll come and see you. Yeah, you tell him what your idea is. He will tell you then what the budget is. And then he'll go, all right, then go and make it. And you're going to think, yeah, I can go and make it. When you just start spending money on the location alone, you might have just bust the budget. Yeah, when you go and get a couple cameras, you might as well just go and bust the budget. Because everybody's going to want to get paid. You know what I loved about that thing was when I watched the credits. I watched the credits, man. I read every single credit. Do you know how much people got paid? Big up, Steve McQueen. Big up. Do you know how many people got experience just on that alone? Do you know how many future people is going to come out of that? Doing all the jobs that we need to be done in the film industry. Do you know how much that's going to make us grow as a set of people? I ain't saying don't criticize it, but to say that it was an epic, I think is a bit much. That's why I said rename the film Confusion. I ain't even going to say don't take the piss. Because it's open to criticism. From the time you put something out as an artist, yeah, you are open to criticism. Yeah? You're open to it. No matter, because you've got producers and you've got consumers. Yeah? In this case, he's a producer. We are the consumer. Yeah? So if we're going to start talking business now, one wants to be market-led. Listen to your consumer. Listen to your audience so that tomorrow you make a better product. Yeah? Because that was about us. This ain't about the system oppressing us. This is about us and what we experienced and what we produced and what was the purpose of that production in the first place. You know what I mean? There's so many different ways that he could have come at it. He could have come at it from. He could have used Brown Sugar, for example, as artists coming through the music scene, and the story of Lovers Rock is being told as you meet up with Tradition, as you start to meet up with Matumbi, as you start to meet up with Sugar Minot, as you start to meet up with. You understand? So there's lots of different ways that the story could have been told. And everybody's got a story to tell. That's why I love my Keep It Real show. Keep It Real is not just about artists and authors, and it's about everyday people and our everyday experiences and how it intertwines and it makes us who we are today. I'll be talking to a guy from Newport, living in Wales, and what he's getting up to. He ain't no big artist, he ain't no big DJ, but the thing is, he is. Yeah? He is. It's just that he don't have a big name like Java, or he don't have a big name like Coos. Yeah, but in Wales, he got a massive name. I'm talking, I'll be talking to Leighton Dawkins. Went boarding school. What did it mean for him to go to boarding school? Yeah? Him going boarding school meant now we ain't going to be talking about street stuff. We're going to be talking about what the life is of a black person going through boarding school and what are the opportunities that gets open to him because he went to boarding school. But yet for he's still navigating the fact that he's living in South London. And there were so many of us who went through that experience because he went through the Lovers Rock experience also. Waiting so long to get our story told. Yeah, we've all been waiting. And so this is the first one. Or sorry, second one, because Melanik Shabazz did the first one. Yeah, let's not forget we're standing on the shoulders of each other here. Melanik Shabazz did the first one. Yeah. And he brought in everybody. He brought in all the comics. He brought in quite a few of the artists. He brought us all in. Yeah, he did. We never get peered on, not even a patty, right? But he brought us in. Yeah. Remember, this lockdown only kick off this year, and we've already got a response. Sainsbury's is turning into Blackberries. You don't even know me. You don't even need me to explain that. So we are creating change. Change is happening. It's happening. And it's happening at a more rapid pace than it has ever happened. Ever. Yeah? They tried to fling on us the mixed race couples and all of that on TV, to the point where it was ridiculous. And then when they did throw in the black family, we all saw the response. They wanted a white Christmas. They didn't want a black Christmas, blah, 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 blah. But yet for every day, we're watching white people and we ain't even complaining. And it's not even about complaining. It's about recognizing the change. Yeah? But like I said, everyone's got their opinions on this. Bammy should have got bang up. Here we go. Here's my thing, baby. I feel that the writing was a little bit weak. Not even a little bit weak. It was 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 weak. But it can only get better. We are embryos in comparison to America. America's throwing out black films left, right, and center. We are about to join them. We are about to join them. And if you lot can't see the explosion, yeah, and we're just gonna pull it all down and without building it back up, then we've got a problem. Nothing wrong with us pulling it down so long as we build it back up. Because we have to see where our mistakes are. We have to see where the cracks are. And we're bound to make mistakes. Steve McQueen is bound to make mistakes, but we should still hold him up. We should still hold him up. But he has to know when he's missed the mark. There's no point in being deluded about this. There's no delusion here. I gave him 6 out of 10 for last night. And I had to take away 3 points because of the lesbian scene and the way in which they handled the rape. So he ended up with 3 out of 10. Now you could cuss me for that. I don't care. Because it does reach a point where the joke has to stop. And we have to look at what we've really achieved here. And we've achieved a lot. A lot have we achieved. Our kids can now walk into certain jobs. They can walk into certain places. They can do certain things straight away, right? We had to knock down that door first. We had to mash it. We had to crush it. We had to fight it. And we have to give credit to the Jamaicans for doing that, for coming over with the attitude that we needed in order to change this system. That's where I give the credit to the Jamaican people. I hand it out to you. Because my father told me that. He said that when they came, that is when the change came. Yeah. So when my girl, the lead character, held that piece of buckle or whatever it was, that glass, to Bammy's throat about he want to rape her, I said, respect, girl, because if you weren't Jamaican, you wouldn't have responded like that. So where the attitude was coming from, what's the backstory behind her? I felt that kind of backstory was kind of right until she got to the garage, and I thought, you're a dirty girl, you're a nasty girl. I'd have no respect for any girl who's going to allow me to take her in a garage and do that to her. And I ain't saying it don't happen, because come on, man, I know girl them who get grind at the back of a house. I know girl who get grinding at the park. And I would say I know man who get grinding at the park, same way, because it take two, you know. And worst of all, I know girls who it was put upon. Yeah, I know girls who it's put upon, and I can honestly say I was never one of them man who could do that to a woman. If a woman is not doesn't want to give herself to me, then I don't feel right. For some reason, it just doesn't feel right to me. For me, just to take what I want and feel satisfied, because that I don't feel satisfied that way. I feel satisfied when I giving pleasure, because when you're making love as a man, you're giving, you're not taking. A woman is receiving. Yeah, and a lot of reason why there was a lot of pain for a lot of women, especially during their first time or their third or second time, because they're not relaxed enough. They're not giving themselves to you. Because if a baby can come out of a woman, I don't care how big your hood is, man, she can take you. Especially if she loves you and she's giving herself to you. Yeah, there ain't no size hood that she can't take unless your wood big like a baby head. Talk the things, Rudy. Talk the things. Try rape, girl, then go back in the dance like me just go finish and piss. That's what I said. I feel that the writing was weak, Kofi. I really do. I feel it was weak. It was embarrassingly weak. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel say that before he even got into the house, word should have get around the whole party about what he did, because that's what would have happened. And the moment he walk in, everybody's looking at him a certain way. Everybody's looking at him a certain way. And then there's man who don't even know the guy who's going to get vexed, who's going to want to go and deal with the brother. We never saw none of that. Never saw it. Never saw it. Steve McQueen went on like, oh, that's okay. That used to happen, so that's okay. No, it's not okay. It would never have been okay, right? Because the thing is that when we had parties, our parents was in the house, and our parents, once that kind of information got into the front room, our parents would have been out. I apologize. My parents would have been out of that front room and all over that youth, whoever he was. Whoever he was. They may not have called the police on him, yeah, because at that time there was no trust in the police. Yeah, but I know that he would not have been still in that party. And then when we would have gone to school and everything, there would have been still more talk about that. Only just jumped on your show, Rudy. What an embarrassing watch. I hear you, Shazzy. We're talking about it now. The thing is I'm not gonna lie, Shazzy. There was people up your end who was telling me that I saw it did go back in the day. I saw it did go, and I was saying, well, I stand corrected because I don't know it to go the way that it went. I really didn't know it to go the way that it went. Yeah. I thought it was an embarrassment to the Rasta man then, because they never used to carry on like that. Yes, they used to skank and ting. I didn't even see a decent skank, to be honest with you. And me used to skank, you know. Lord have mercy, me could have skank. Nah, lie, me could have skank. Because my brother used to be called Stepper. That's my eldest brother, Kelvin, right? They used to call him Stepper. And he was a dread as well. He turned into a dread as well. And like anytime Stepper used to step on the dance floor, everybody used to back off and give him space. Nah, lie. That's why if you lot see me sometimes, like when I come on stage and I do a little shuffle or whatever, that's coming from back then. From what I used to do back then. I mean, now when I do it, it's like what I used to do is in my head, but it's not really coming out in my legs. If you understand what I'm saying, it's like it's trying to come out in my legs. But I look like some stiff old granddad kind of like thing, because I am a granddad. You know what I mean? But yeah, Shaz, I did. I was up late last night, just not arguing, but you know what I mean, going backwards and forwards with quite a lot of people. Quite a lot of people. My brother's in the room. How you doing, Kelly? Good morning. Oh wow, I learned that in the course and much more. It's a really good course, isn't it? Hold on. I've missed the conversation. But good morning, bruv. Good morning. I know I've missed a lot of comments here. Yeah, and I didn't really mean to. With respect, hon, he had more than a night to get this right. It's not rocket science. I'm not going to disagree with you. This is what I'm saying. Kofi, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not saying that it was great in no way at all. And like I said, he is a very talented person. Steve McQueen is extremely talented, and therefore we are right to critique him. We are right to critique him without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah, but I don't expect him to be Mr. Perfect. I don't expect him to get it right all the time. And it's your genre. It's your genre. So, I mean, you're going to be one of the harshest critics of, but his genre is film. It's not music. His genre is film. Everybody's got their lane. Yeah, it doesn't mean that you can't try it, but everybody has their lane. And you're right, it's not rocket science. Steve has never been in a blues party in AM life. That's how it kind of come across, because he was mixing up lovers with blues. He was mixing it up, and I'm like, bruv, that's what I'm saying. I was confused. Did anybody else see the water run down the wallpaper bit? Them were the days. That's what I'm saying. It's like there's so many intricate pieces that you could pick on. I mean, when we used to go to where's that place in Hackney? When you used to go downstairs, not Emotions. Oh man, there's a place in Hackney. There's a rave that everyone used to go. There was 3 floors, right? And when you go to the basement floor, that's where you would see all the drip. I remember when you used to be in the party, and when we got older and we started smoking, we used to use matches, Swan Vesta matches, and you couldn't even light the match, right? Because there was hardly any oxygen in there. There's so much they could have done. Yes. Yeah. But to say you're going to get all of it correct all the first time in the film is hard. Steve McQueen is good. But with last night's episode entitled Lovers Rock, we all expected something else. And so we should. I rate his work bit. It doesn't mean that just because it's his work, we must just accept it. And the thing is, you've just come in on the conversation, which is why I said that we should not accept mediocrity just because we're on TV. If it's bad, it's bad. And he has to accept that. I agree. That's my point. Simple. It's always everything we do is perfect. And that's only because we've been under that kind of pressure that we have to be 10 times better than our counterpart, our European counterpart, in order to achieve. Yeah? That's where that's coming from. When we're wrong, it's that wrong. Certain elements hit home. Enough didn't. We're all entitled to air our views. And that's why I'm not dissing nobody's point of view. I'm giving you mine. Yeah, that's the whole point of Rudi Lickwood Rants, is that you get my opinion. And that is mixed in with your opinions. And then at the end of it, we come to some sort of consensus. We agree, we disagree, we agree to disagree. Do you know what I mean? And it's adult conversation. That's what this platform is all about. That's what Rudi Rants is all about. It's about nothing more, nothing less. It reaches a point on a Friday now where I now have a new format where there will be members of the Rants and the Bants Crew who will actually be on panel with me, having this discussion with you as well as with myself. So the Aston Metaphor is going to be the gentleman on my right-hand side every Friday who will be alongside me, joined by the Rants and Bants Crew. That's what we're going to be doing on Fridays. It's going to be called the Roundup, the week's Roundup. Rudi Lickwood Rants. I'm going to change the name, I think. It's going to be cool, but I know it's going to have weekly roundup in it. We are always quick to jump on others' mistakes because that's the easiest thing to do. We learn from mistakes, thank you very much. Not from being perfect. That's how we grow. it was his experience at that time. No two people's experience are not the same. Right. That's where I'm coming from. Morning, bro. Whoa, we got a proper blogger in the house. Respect, man. Morning, Paul. Nobody died. We're all right, Paul. No. I love Paul McKenzie. I really do. It's okay in the beginning, then it boiled down. I quite agree, Cokes. The soundtrack saved me from locking it off. Which one, though? Because the Silly Games got destroyed. Yeah, but there was one track that really busted me up. When it had the strap line about tonight. I forgot the name of it, man. But that tune and them lot was rubbing, and the whole room, the spaces started to appear in the room, and there was man there. I was talking to Jenny, my wife, I was going, you know what, there's certain man in that room now who are vexed because I have nobody for dance with, yeah? Everybody else was wrap up. It was a lovely scene, I'm not going to lie. It's when they did the close-up. I didn't really like too much of the close-up, I'll be honest with you. But I think when they showed head and shoulders and stuff like that, and they showed like two heads together, and there was one point where he had a jammed up in between the speaker box and the wall, and I goes, whatever you do not kiss. That's whatever you do not kiss, because I know what you're feeling, I can sense it all. But me and my wife now, when we get in that situation, we kiss, yeah. But that's because it's us. Fuck everybody else, right? It don't matter. We don't care about everybody else. But at that young, tender age, I was like, do not kiss. Whatever you do, don't kiss. Right? And I thought that was cool. I thought that was beautifully. I thought that was well filmed, actually, that bit. In terms of caught on camera, anyway. Morning, coffee. Look at everyone start talking. No, lovely. Hi, Rudi. One of your best rants, and you've had a few. Thank you, sir. That was from Mr. Blair, comedian Mr. Blair. I hope you guys are checking out Blair. Blair has decided that he's going to start doing a bit of social media. As you can see, Blair is on YouTube. Please, if you're on YouTube, could you please subscribe? As you can see, I've only got 5 subscribers. I need a few. Is everybody coming into my room, looking and not subscribing, looking and not liking? That's another important thing. If you're going to come in, please just at least like the page. Do you know what I mean? Let's help one another. Help me to get my numbers up, yeah? Remember, I don't work on the BBC, therefore I don't have access like everybody else does, yeah? I'm not everybody's cup of tea, right? And I accept that, okay? But whoever's cup of tea I am, please at least like the page. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it helps with the algorithms. I have no intention of paying Facebook £10 just to get to the subscribers I already have. My profile is full, but Facebook will not give me access to the people who wanted to like me in the first place. So unless the algorithms work on my behalf, yeah, my numbers will appear the way that they do. Okay, morning, Marcus. I see your weird cop. No subscribers. Oh, sorry, no substance. That's what I mean. It's like when we write a joke. You write a joke. At first, you write the joke, yeah, and you get a little laugh, and then you got to layer the joke. Then you got to texturize the joke, yeah. Then you got to find the similes in the jokes. Then you got to look for the set of threes within the joke, yeah. Then you got to look for the reveal and pullback within the joke. So it's layered, and that's why I'm saying not everybody can be a filmmaker. You can tell a story, but it doesn't mean that you can make a film, yeah. And we have the right to criticize it because we sit down and we watch so many films. So we know what is good from what is bad. The analogy that I had to use with somebody was that if a plumber came to your house, or if a decorator came to your house and you asked him to do some decoration for you, and it was substandard, because you're not a decorator, does that mean you can't critique the work? Of course you can, because you've seen and know better. And that's the position that we find ourselves in. Morning, Lorraine. How you doing? Miss Vibes. Me like that, you know. You learn through trial and error. This is how we get better, through experience and feedback. You will not please all the people all at the time. And that's where I'm not going to see black people. I'm just going to say that's people, full stop. You can't please the people them all the time, no matter how you try. But this ain't about just pleasing the people. This was actually, he missed the mark. He genuinely did miss the mark. Wasn't sure the Rasta Skank and Chant. None of us were. Because as far as I remember, it's only if you actually went to a hall or something like that would you see that big sort of like, or if you went to Shaka. If that was about Shaka, yeah, but not the whole gang mentality thing. But if that was like a Shaka thing, or if that was like a sound clash, you expect that kind of energy, not that kind of behavior, because nobody goes on the floor like that. Yeah. Nobody's going to wear their good clothes and throw themselves on the floor. Yeah, I'm sorry. Now, right? That was left to the break dancers, and that's a different genre of music again. So there's a lot of confusion that was going on. Well said. Oh, thank you, Shazzy. I've overrun today. Yes, change the rant now. I did that. Thank you very much. Gotta run. Bye, Jules. Chocolate. Love you, babes. You know that I'm missing much. You know that I ran out of cake. I ran out of cake, you know, and it's affecting my updates. I ran out of cake. True words, true words. Jinky linky. Yes, it's time to go. Them are starting to get a little bit. Oh wow. Okay, bro. I'm catching up with your. I'm trying to catch up with your comments, ladies and gentlemen. Was confused a bit when Rasta was on the skank. Thought to was having a fit on the. It looked like he was having a fit. Kenyan had to go back to it because of lockdown. Furlough stopped. Rudi Lickwood. Man should have got dealt with for that. That's the rape. I don't disagree. And them teeth in Beaver Act, bitch. Let it go for our imagination. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Brother would have come for him. Fact. It's a fact. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. Although last night's offering was for me a disappointment, Steve McQueen is still a great director, and I think that's all that we have to remember. He's not Mr. Perfect. He's not Mr. Perfect. So yeah, you're entitled to be upset. We're all entitled to be upset, but we've got to look at the bigger picture. Look at the credits. Look at the credits of that film. Morning, Cokes. Look at the credits of that film. Just wondering what next Sunday's going to be like. Well, we're all going to lower our expectations for one. Danik K's song, overdone, Lord of Mercy. Yeah, you're coming late. Goodbye, all. Have a blessed day. Great rant, Rudy, today. Enjoyed it. People, I loved you. Thank you very much for coming into my room. For those who are coming into my room for the first time, stick around and watch the promos. You'll find out what I'm getting up to this week, okay? Thank you very much and have a good day, peeps. Have a good day!
You know, I was the first one to have Usain Bolt on the cover of my magazine.
It was also a discovery to self, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Now I know you have to do the circuit first before you're supposed
to work the boards. Right.
Yes.
And she's looking at me. He's standing there calling me a nigger. She's looking at me, not saying anything. So I punched him in his face.
I got a booking with my agent at the time, Beverly Randall, got the booking. And it's new and it's exciting because it was new to me. I'd never been on an oil rig. I'd never even thought about it. But the whole thing and the money was fantastic, let's be honest.
I consider my stick my third leg. Without the stick now.
I wish I had a stick that was a third leg. I really do.
Pencil has it.
Even my mum used to say, I usually start by saying Wagwan when I get on stage, and my mum's going like, they won't understand what Wagwan is. I go, well, then they need to learn.
I refuse to cut that. One of my favourites.
Keeping it real with Rudi Lickwood. Keeping it real with Rudi Lickwood. The topical interactive chat show where you may end up being one of the guests with special guests and you the audience. Comedy with Rudi Lickwood. This event is brought to you by Comedy Hotspot. Don't forget, keeping it real with Rudi Lickwood. This is an 18 certificate only.
Come on, quick, let's go. Step on it, what's going on? Gav, you've got to be joking me. How can a getaway car have no petrol? Are you serious?
Nah, I don't like this place, man.
Guys, we are in Narnia or something.
One night ain't gonna kill no one.
Some of this stuff must be worth a fortune.
This is Chloe.
What's she on about?
There's no one there.
Look over there, by the door. How can you not see them? They're right there.
No one buys this place. We're stuck here forever.
All we've got to do is follow the map, and the goal's ours.
Oh, so are we dead yet?
Mads, that looks exactly like you.
Maybe it's my calling.
Madison's been gone for ages now.
See? What I tell you, yeah? She's dead.
I said that.
See, that's one of our own. Right, that's Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger's got a new film that'll be coming out. All right. I'll be interviewing him on the 30th of November. So tune in to me next Monday, and we'll be talking with Freddy Krueger. All right. That's my Keep It Real show. Right. This is where I talk to people. They actually come on my platform and I interview them and I talk to them. And it's about everyday people. It's not just about superstars, yeah? Because we've all got stories to tell, which is what we've learned from Lovers Rock. But this is what I do on a Saturday.
15 minutes with DJ Countryman and Rudi Lickwood Saturday morning mayhem with two entertainment heavyweights. Join them with interviews.
People are learning more on Facebook than they learn at school these days. So.
When I leave the room, you cannot say yes. You
Comedy
cannot say
and
no.
quizzes.
Child support money for you or something.
No chance of that, Babs.
Oh, no chance. Take off from me.
You take away your baby, mother.
Oh my God. Don't feel bad, Anthony, though, because
I don't.
The milkman took her as well. The milkman did take her as well.
And
Julie, do your best, Julie. You ready, Julie?
I am indeed. I am indeed.
Say it, I am indeed twice.
Oh, no, I did that.
Hey, this is why nobody responds to your complaints at ITV. this is why. This is ITV and Ofcom headquarters.
Hello. Hi. Hello. You said hi twice. Goodbye. You said hi 3 times.
You've gone. He's gone, man. He's gone. I hand the friendship in it because you know how they like their chicken soup and their chicken foot and all.
But that's where you come from, Rudi. You're fear. Hello.
15 minutes with DJ Countryman and Rudi Lickwood mornings. Now I'll be the same again.
Incredible.
That's why I always look forward to Saturdays. Saturdays, pure laugh and joke, man. And we have quizzes. Yeah, we have comedy. We invite people that I've interviewed on a Monday to come onto the platform on a Saturday so we can see a lighter side of them. And they also get to meet members of the Rants and Bants Crew so that they can, you know what I mean? Everyone has a nice little chat. And we also, remember, it's for adults, man. This platform is for people over the age of 30. If you don't, when I say curly whirly, if you're lost, then that means that you shouldn't be in the room. You understand? And then on Wednesday, what we have is a show called Anything Goes, which is a podcast, and it means anything goes. This is after 10 o'clock. Okay, so if you're easily offended, you aren't come, because you're going to love it.
And I'm waiting for a red flag there.
Rudi, just ignore it, Rudi. Ignore.
You just set me up.
So, Denise Francis. Remember what? 3 more questions. Come on, people. 3 more questions. Remember, there's one of Peter CDs them up for grabs for the best question.
Jodeci, H-Town, Blackstreet, biggest tracks.
Okay.
He's a yardie. He struggles with the English language. Apparently, he has a certificate in English.
Liz, transparency.
Yeah, transparency. That covers everything. Loyal, faithful.
the whole toilet paper drop in the toilet. What you gonna do?
I must say, first of all, those who are on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to YouTube, our Anything Goes YouTube podcast. And then when we go live, you get the notification straight away. All right?
And red card, remember red card.
Heaven is between a woman's legs as far as I'm concerned.
Come on, Rudi, man.
No,
right
there. Send them pick you to bed.
Rudi,
and I get
time. Gone, him gone.
Rudi,
let's have a proper shit.
The forfeit is going to be someone's going to have to clean somebody's underpants. Yes.
Oops, I was having a bit of a cigarette there. Yeah, that's the Anything Goes podcast, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we get dilemmas and we get quandaries that are set up by us by the comments, right? They pose questions to us and we have to come up with the answers. Each week, I'm joined by DJ Countryman, Peter Terry, and also Shoe Doctor. We are the main panelists, okay? And we are joined each week by a member of the Rants and Bants Crew. And I'd like to introduce you to younger, new comedians who you will also see on the panel. It's worth coming in, man. You can get involved. You know what I mean? You can put out your question there. We've got to answer them. There's also forfeits if we fall short in terms of the way we respond to the questions that we are asked. And one can get kicked out of the room. Not only do you get kicked out of the room, but the thing is that the forfeit for getting kicked out of the room is that you end up having to do something at the end of the month. Now, what I'm not going to do, Walter, Bumby, is I do not promote other people's things just like that, just because you stick it on my platform. Right? In fact, I don't even like that. I would appreciate you actually getting in touch with me and talking to me properly. This is not the way to go about it, my friend. It's not the way to go about it. All right. But I do appreciate that you can see that it's a platform worth coming on. So at least show me the courtesy, yeah, of introducing yourself to me properly, yeah, and us not working a way in which we can seriously get you involved on this platform. I hear you. I got crap Wi-Fi. That's one of our Rants and Bants. That's clear tongue. So Walter, fun bike, fun answer. You have to pronounce it correctly. Yeah, talk to me properly. Like, talk to me properly. Yeah. I got full respect for anybody who's doing anything. In fact, I'm a big advocate for.
How well does a community take care of itself? According to a recent study, a single pound circulates in the Asian community for 28 days, in Jewish communities for 20 days, in white communities for approximately 17 days, and the black community, 6 hours. This is what we at the Black Wall Street UK desperately want to change. We've developed a unique mobile app called the Black Wall Street UK. This is a business directory for black-owned businesses all across the UK. With the Black Wall Street UK app, you can find any black-owned businesses around you with the tap of a finger. So next time you're searching for a nearby hair product store or a nail shop or an estate agent or any black-owned business or service provider, just do a super quick search on the Black Wall Street UK. Our app allows you to search by business type and location. You can save your favourite businesses, add your own black-owned business, read reviews from other clients and much more. The Black Wall Street UK, the entire UK black community at your fingertips. Free app now available on Apple and Play Store. www.thebblackwallstreetuk.com.
Yep, so I hope that you could appreciate that it's taken me a very long time to get to this point. Okay, I've worked with a lot of people behind the scenes, the Rants and Bants Crew, to get it to this level. Then to just turn around and start promoting other people's products, yeah, without them actually putting in any of the work isn't fair on me. Okay, I'm doing this and I'm not getting paid. You understand? I'm trying to take my talent as a comedian and I'm trying to direct it into I'm trying to take myself into a new lane. You're supposed to help me get there. You're not supposed to just come and rape me. Yeah, you're not European in that respect. Yeah, so there's no disrespect in terms of what I'm saying. Okay, it's just a sign of appreciation. That's all I'm asking. Yeah, that's all I'm asking. Yeah. You need to talk to Rudi first. Thank you very much. Respect, Shugs. Respect. Right, I'm going to leave you guys now. I'm going to leave you guys on a positive note. I know we're all upset with, yeah, I'd say we're all upset. We're all upset what we saw over the weekend. Yeah, let's take some positivity out of this. Yeah, let's take some positivity. The UK has been given some cast, right, and the racists are feeling it.
Hey.
Hey, it's me.
Oh, hey, love.
How are you? How's Mum?
Yeah, well, we're fine. We're all good. We're good.
I'm getting so excited for Christmas.
Christmas! I just really hope I can see you lot.
Me too. I cannot stop thinking about Mum's roasties.
Whoa. What about my gravy?
What about your gravy?
Hey, you, what's going down?
Dad, not the song.
Gravy boat's coming to town. It's out of the ocean. Just take a sip. It's filled with scrummy and saucy bits.
How does Mum put up with you? Your gravy is pretty good, to be fair, and I just really want to be home for it.
So my gravy is the best.
Dad.
Honey, she says my gravy's the best. Honey.